So, hard work alone will not make you a successful music producer. That's the hard truth. There's something that you need, inclusive of that hard work, in order to make it. At Cosmic Academy, we have 650 students. We get 100 applicants a week to our school. We have over 3,000 applicants a year. So if we do the math, we've been around for over 10 years. That's over 30,000 applicants. That means we've looked at and gone through the applications of over 30,000 music producers. So I think we have a great sense of the problems that producers have. And I'm going to talk to you about the biggest one and how to fix it. And the first thing I need you to do is hit that like button. Just demolish the like button and subscribe. Turn on that bell, subscribe. If you don't follow us, we put out, 3-4 of these a week for free from our premium program, and we've got some good ones coming, so hit that subscribe. If you don't know, my name's Justin, and I run this program, Cosmic Academy. And we've been around for over 10 years now. We have all these students, and they do incredible. They sign to the biggest labels like Spinnin, Toolroom, Armada, play the biggest shows like EDC, Ultra, they play in Ibiza. And is it because they work the hardest? No. Oh, it's the efficiency then? No. Well, then they must be the most talented. Well, I'd love to think so, but no, they would tell you they're not the most talented. So then what is it? Why do they get the results? What's the problem and how do I fix it? Well, the problem that you're having is you're trying to do it on your own. You're just trying to work hard. You're in your bedroom and you're just trying to do it on your own. My students, they don't try to do it on their own. The reason they get results is because we have a community. They build a team, they collaborate, and they work within this system of other people. Every artist you look up to has a team. Even if they're not signed to a major label, even if they don't have a big manager, they at least have a circle. They have a small community. Because the problem of going at it alone is you could have just one challenge. Just one challenge comes up. Oh, you hate your snare drum. Oh, you have a contract question. You don't know what to do with your marketing. And now you have no one to help you and you're stuck. You're working so hard, no matter how hard you work, you're still stuck. You're stuck in that same place. And that issue, whatever that issue was about your snare drum, the contract, whatever, could have been resolved in 30 seconds. But for you, maybe it's taking you weeks or months to resolve the issue. You're on YouTube, you're Googling it, you're looking it up. Our students, they have issues all the time. They're working so hard and then something happens. And if there is an issue, oh, Justin, I have a contract question for you. There's an option clause. I don't know what that means. Again, that's a 30-second conversation I have with them. Issue's over. The same thing goes with your music. How many times have you sat there with a song not knowing, is this done? Is this finished? Should I add more ear candy? Do I have to do more mastering? I don't know if this is done. And then you get stuck. No matter how hard you're working, you get stuck. And how do you alleviate that? How do you fix that problem? My students take that song to a feedback. 20 people look at them. They say, the song is done. Send it to a label. These are the labels we think. And done. They're done in 30 seconds. And this is why community is the most important thing for an artist's career. If you take a kid who's really talented and they're working so hard, but they're alone, they're just alone in their bedroom working by themselves. I'm sorry, but I'm always going to bet on the person who has a team. I'm always going to bet on the person that has a community around them, even if they don't work as hard or have the most talent. And I think people have this problem where they look at music and they think it's not a team sport, right? I don't think people look at music as a team sport. You assume it's this individual thing. You assume that you see a rapper, they're alone on stage. The singer is alone on stage. The DJ is alone on stage. What you don't see is the 100 people that are working together with that artist to make that happen. And it's not just the connections. I think people put too much on this whole line. It's all about who you know, so you have access, so you have connections. It's more than that. It's the people that are there in times of need. You look at our community, Cosmic Academy community, we have great connections to every label, to every talent buyer, to every festival. That's nothing compared to what really matters. What really matters, and the reason why we get results, is because of stories of students helping other students, being there for them, having a tough day and having people around you saying it's going to be all right, not knowing what to do with their song and having people around you saying, try this, try that, not feeling good about what's going on with your rejections with the labels, having people saying, try this, try that, it's going to be okay. That's the secret sauce. And then you add on that there's also people in your community inspiring you. saying, oh, I work with that person all the time and they made it, I can make it. Look at the person to the left, to the right of me, and you say, I can do this, and this is how. And you might be sitting there thinking, well, Justin, that's great. That all sounds amazing, but I don't have a community. So let's solve this problem. If you're sitting there and it sounds like you're going at this alone, you're just searching the internet for answers, you do get stuck in these problems, you need a community. You essentially have two options then. Option one is you build your own. Option two is you join one. It's that simple. There is no third option. You really either have to build your own or join one. If you can come up with a third option, you let me know. But many of the artists that you love, they build their own communities. They build their own ecosystems. Diplo, very early on, he built the Mad Decent crew. He built his own community and he does fantastic with them, right? Steve Aoki did it with Dim Mak. Above and Beyond, they have Anjuna. Armin has A State of Trance. If you want to look at another genre, Jay-Z couldn't get accepted to any of the communities, any of the labels, any of the groups that Jay-Z wanted to be in. So what did Jay-Z do? He made Rockefeller. He made his own thing. So you can build your own, but how? How do you do it? Well, you have to start going to events. You have to start going to shows. You have to do some networking online. I just did a whole video on that. There's gonna be a link that pops up. Go watch that video. You have to put yourself out there, whether online or in person, because you have to start meeting people to collect them into your network. Once you start meeting people, you have to start hosting them. What I mean by that is it's not enough to just have some messages going. Start hosting a group feedback. Start setting up Zoom events online. If you want to build a community, then you have to start thinking, how can I be an organizer for other people? Can't keep just thinking about yourself. Now, if everything I just said gave you tons of anxiety, you're like, Justin, I'm not that person, then your only other option is to join a community. I think the best way to join community is to attend a school. One of the big benefits of going to university or college, if there is any at this point, is you do become part of a community, right? You become part of an alumni association. You do meet people. Now, even take a school like ours, and there's plenty of others like ours. Part of it is becoming part of a community. It's not just attending the school or learning from the classes, but big piece of it is eventually becoming part of the community. If you want to apply to a school like ours, there's a link below for ours. There's plenty of other schools out there. And that's a great way to join community. Another way to look at it is there's record labels. Some of them have a community feel to them, being in the ASOT world, the Anjuna world, the Night-Based Confession. There's a big community element there, so being part of certain labels will help you with community. But make no mistake, you will see your life change when you become part of a community. The title of this video and the thing we started with was hard work is not the most important thing. And hard work alone is not going to get you there. Not without community. I'm going to show you, I'm going to put up on the screen a text message that I got from a student who just joined our program, who just finished the boot camp and joined our community, our forever community. So let's look at this text message. This was from a student that just finished the program. Our program's 2 parts. I'm not going to get into it. This is once you get into the community portion. It says, dude, this community is so amazing. Nothing I could have imagined. So happy right now. Thank you for building this. Music production aside, this is the kind of unconditional support is just soul healing. I haven't smiled at my phone like this long ever in my life. And that obviously is everything to me. We've been building this community for a very long time, but this was a student that has been going at it alone, has been working very, very hard, and this was the missing piece. So start thinking more about this concept of community. You can try to start one, you can try to join one, and add that to your life. Hope that was helpful. We'll see you next time.